Hello, good day. Welcome to Treffield Publishers. In this video today, I'll be showing you how your students can use our Offline CBT app to take their exams in the school. As the admin or teacher, you will first of all log in using this interface. I'm going to be giving you the user ID and the password to use when you make your purchase. So you log in, login successful. Then this is your student interface. Your students are meant to enter their name, so I'm going to enter a name here. And then they are to enter registration number. The registration number must not be more than 3 digits, just 3 digits. The registration number must not be more than 3 digits. Then they click on start exams. Registration successful. Okay. It takes them straight to the exam. Now look at the exam page. The time is reading already. This is for English language. You can put in the comprehension here. So they are to read the comprehension and then proceed to answer the questions thereafter. Now this part is where they are. These are the options: option A, option B, option C, option D. So now come here. You will see answer and pick option. There is a drop down arrow here. Can we see this drop down arrow? There is a drop down arrow here. This is the arrow they are meant to click on to pick their option. So if the correct option is, let's say the correct option here is D, I'll pick D. Then they will use the arrow key to scroll down to the next question. They must have read the question like this. Which of the following statements is true according to the passage? That's the question. And then they read the option A, option B, option C, and then they come here to pick their correct option. They move on like that, until they get to the last page, which is question 50. This app can take up to question 50. I'm trying to go down so you see the submit button where they submit their question. Before we get there, look at this. Okay, look at this. Let me show you properly. This image icon. If that question has image, in case it is not English, it is another subject, it has image. That is where you are going to put your image for them to see. So let's proceed. I'm going to explain further about how you set your questions when we get to how teachers can use this our offline CBT software. We are still talking about how your students can use it. So when they get to submit and they pick the last option, when they pick the last option, then they click on submit, and then it will submit them, show them their name, their registration number, their score, and out of 50 questions, then it will ask them to save, score, and exit. They click on that and they are done with the exam. For another person to attempt that same question, since the other person exited, you will have to log in again for the next person to assess the question. So when you log in as their teacher or their admin or principal or whoever, that student will have to, the new student that wants to take the exam now, we have to enter his or her name, his or her own registration number, and exam, and then click on exam. The instruction is here. You can point their attention to it too to read the instruction. So this time, let us see how you as a teacher can use this offline CBT software to set the question. Okay, you can see two buttons here, the show tools and I tools. I actually clicked on the eye tools, and that was why you couldn't see some things. So now I'm going to click on show tools. Okay, now you can see that previously you weren't seeing all this property bar, title bar and everything, because I clicked on hide tools. Now I'm going to click on show tools again for you to see it. Can we see that? So that is when you can edit things. And then you come to this place. Can you see this home here? This sheet, can you see home? Yes, that one was not showing before. That one was not showing before because I clicked on hide tools. Okay, let's continue, please. Now come to this home, right click. When we say right click, you click on the mouse on your right click. I want to show you some other things that are hidden. Now I have right clicked. You will now come to unhide. First of all, unhide the records so you can see the score of the previous student. You can see the previous student was Obey Prosper, and this is the record. It recorded that student. Now you are working as a teacher now, don't forget, or as administrator or the educator. Okay, now let's quickly come to I'll hide everything actually, so you can see the function of each of those things I hid when the student was about taking the exam. So you are meant to hide all these things when your students will be taking the exams. Now let's start from database. This database here is containing full name and registration number. This one is just to collect the name of the student as they register. Okay, and now let's come to questions. This is the page for the question. I'm going to show you a lot of things in this part, but let me quickly show you these responses. See, this is question 1 to 50. Meaning, if you don't want to have 1 to 50 questions, you can decide to reduce it to the number of questions you want to have. If you don't want to have 1 to 50, the correct answer to your question is what you will have here. Now, come to question. If the answer to this particular question 44 here, the tree I planted is D. Now, let's go and check response. 44, it should be D. 44 D. Can you see? Okay, now this part, let's scroll up to see the remark. If the answer ticked or picked on the question is tallying with the answer here, it will show correct, but if it's not the same, it will show incorrect. And the score, this is where the score of the student will be checked to see if it actually tallies with the correct answer that the student supplied and the correct answer that you have imputed here. And of course, out of is indicating the number of questions you are allowing your students to do. Now let's come back to the question. How do you set your question? The other time when I was showing you the student interface, I did some things. What did I do? I ensure that when they are taking their questions, they will not be able to edit anything, and so I locked this sheet. Now let me show you something. Can you see? It's showing me the cell or chart you are trying to change is on a protected sheet. That's because I have locked it. I have locked it so that students will not be able to tamper with it while attempting their questions. Now you as a teacher, what do? You must first of all unprotect it. Now on protect sheet, you right click and then you unprotect. Okay, so I'm going to put the password and unprotect. Now I can edit it. Just click on it and then you are able to edit it. This place is where we hold the question, and this place is where we hold each of the options. Now let's scroll up very well. Let's start from question 1. Each teacher can use this question sheet to set their own questions, their objective question. Now of course they can do copy and paste. If they have the question typed somewhere before, they can do copy and paste. We will get there now. Okay, so this is English. It is in this part. Can you see? Let me click on everything and highlight everything. I can delete this one and then put my own comprehension that I want as the teacher. And here is the first question talking about that comprehension, and here are the options. So all you need to do is just click on the cell once and then begin to type inside it. That's if you want to type. If you want to copy and paste, just click inside it and then paste. Let's say for instance I have copied this one, Ctrl C, and then I want to paste it here. I'm just using it as example. I'll just paste here. Can you see? Then Ctrl S to continue with my work. And of course, ensure that by the time you are setting your question, you leave this option part here. Pick option. That should be what you are going to put here. Put it here. So you won't unconsciously pick the correct answer for the student and then leave it like that. No. Make sure you put it as pick option. With this, you are sure that when the students are coming to attempt the questions, they are not going to meet it as pick. They are not going to meet it as you have picked the correct answer. So for this part also, you can just delete this one, either highlight it, then begin to type. Who, can you see, is the, then you don't type in, you go out of it, then the options, you type in the options. Now let's say you are not typing English, you are not typing English exam, you are doing maybe another subject like basic science, like a Greek or any other subject, and it involves pictures or diagrams. How do you go about it? Look at this. Just click on it once, then you right click. When you right click, then you come to change picture. Can you see? Change picture. You click on change picture. It will take you to work offline. Click on work offline. Then it will take you to whether your gallery or wherever you have pictures. You go there, pick the pictures you want to actually use for that particular place. Can you see? I have picked something. Then you change the diagram and you put it there. Now the same thing, you can click on this one also. Same way, right click. If you want to change the logo of your school, change the picture like I did for this one, and you are good to go. So when you are done setting your questions from 1 to 50, when you are done setting all the questions, the next thing you should do is to do necessary formatting. And when I say necessary formatting, what do I mean? I mean you will have to lock this sheet. That's one. Number two, before you lock it, you must activate this part where they are going to be picking questions from. Now let me quickly show you that. First and foremost, come to this P, this column P, the whole of this column P. Can you see what I have highlighted? This column P, okay? You come there, you highlight it like I have done. Just put your cursor on the P like this. Then you go to, you right click. When you right click, you click on format cell. After clicking on format cell, you click on protection. Now don't check these two places, don't check it. Just leave it the way it is. Don't check it. Click on protection, don't check this place, and then you click on OK. When you are done with that, you come to this place. You bring your cursor to where you have questions here. Let me use this one to show you properly. You bring your cursor to this place that we have questions. Bring your cursor there, okay? Then you right click. You right click and then you click on protect sheet. Here it's going to ask for password that you want to use to protect it. Can you see inside this place? It will ask for password. You input the password and then you input it again for confirmation. So I'm going to input a password. I'll click on OK. Now you said you should re-enter the password. I'll re-enter the password again. I'll click on OK. Now what we have just done is that after we have set our questions as teachers, we don't want a situation whereby the students will be able to edit the question or the options. We want them to have access to only this column where they will need to answer questions and nothing more as far as this page is concerned. Now if you double click on it, can you see? So if a student attempted to do something here, this is the signal they will get. And of course you have used password. They won't know the password you have used to protect the sheet, so they can't change anything, and then your question is safe. All they have to do here is to come and answer the questions. So when you are done setting the questions, ensure to put the correct answer to the question you set on this column. Do not forget that. Ensure to put the correct answer to the questions you set on this column. Should I put another color so it will look different? Okay. Yes. Ensure you put the correct answers here so that whenever the student is picking the question, it will show. On this part, I have inputted formula. That will help the students get the correct answer if they pick the option that tallies with the answers you have imputed here. And when you are done with that, if you see the only business you have with this response page is here, is this place, except if you want to reduce the number of questions from 50 to 40 or 30. And how do you do that? Just scroll to, let's say you want to reduce it to 40. Just go to from 41. Okay, from 41, click on it like this, and then click on delete. That's it. You are done. You have reduced it. And so how do you reduce the one that is here? I would just suggest that don't put question in it at all. From 41 to 50, don't put question inside 41 to 50, since you are not allowing them do question 1 to 50. So from question 1 to 50 on this page, don't put question 41 to 50, don't put question there at all, and it won't affect anything. I've shown you how to reduce it here. Then when you are done with all of that, the next thing is to hide the database, hide the response, hide the record. How do you do that? Right click and click on hide. That's it. Right click and click on hide. Right click and click on hide. You will notice I did not bother to hide the questions. That's because as soon as I log out, as soon as I exit this app and I open it again, the questions will be automatically hidden. I have set the code for that it should be automatically hidden. Now let's quickly see that I have saved. Let me go back and then open again. You will see what I'm saying. So the last thing you will do before you allow your student begin to attempt the question is to hide tools too. You must hide tools also. Okay, login successful. Can you see that it is only home that we have here? Then you hide tools. So for those that will be buying this offline CBT software and our automated broadsheet, you can actually do a stress-free recording. How do I mean? When your students finishes their exams, you can as well copy their results, their score, and then take it to, I just want to show you blah 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 blah. I'll just go and submit straight because I just want to show you something. Now, can you see? The students cannot edit anything, like I have explained, and I've shown you how to do that. Should I show you again? They can't edit anything. Okay, I'm going to show you one more time before we call it a day as far as this demo is concerned. But let me quickly go and submit and show you something. I want to show you. Okay, I want to submit. Now I have another person recorded. Now I'm going to open it again. Why? Because I want to copy the names of those that attempted the quiz and also their score. So, but this one is only useful to those who wants to transfer the score to our automated broadsheet. Okay, now we are showing the tools. Hide tools, show tools. Now let me unhide the record. That's what we want to deal with. Let me unhide the record. Okay, so we have these names here. Okay, so I'm going to open automated broadsheet to show you how you can use that. Okay, now this is our automated broadsheet. Continue. Let's say you are using it for first term. Let's use first term. Okay, so here you have students names. You will just go to, I hope you are seeing my taskbar. Can you see it? I'll just point downward. Aha, can you? I hope you can see it. Yes, so I have two files opened there. So I'll just click on the CBT. I'll copy the name of these students. Now I have just 3 students. I'll just Ctrl+C to copy. Then I'll go to the automated broadsheet. I'll paste the names here. Can we see that? Then I'll put their registration number. I can go back and copy their registration number also. Okay, I'll copy their registration numbers. Ctrl+C to copy. I'll come here. Ctrl+V to paste. Now, which subject have they done? That was English, right? So I'll come here, copy their score. This is over 50. That means it is an exam. Assuming it is a test. Now let's say this is an exam. Let me just copy it. Ctrl+C to copy. Can I paste the 3 at the same time? Let me check. English. Okay, so their exam, I'm supposed to paste it here. Ctrl+V to paste. Okay, so this is where their exam. This is test 1. This is continuous assessment test 1, continuous assessment test 2, and this is their exam. So assuming it is test they have done, you will copy their test that same way and bring it here. If it is test 2, you copy it and bring it here. Exam, you copy it and bring it here. So when they do mathematics, you Control S to save this one. When they do mathematics, you go back to copy that of math. You open that of mathematics, it will be this one. This one is for English. Can you see? English language. So you will open that of mathematics, copy on hide record, copy the students, their registration number and the score. Then you go and paste it where you have the column for mathematics in your automated broadsheet. You do the same thing for computer, you do the same thing for basic science, you do the same thing for basic tech, depending on how many subjects you are doing. This automated broadsheet can accommodate 20 subjects. So what happens if you are not offering up to 20 subjects? Just like we did the other time, just click on, let's say you are doing just 16 subjects in your school for that particular class category. Just click on the remaining ones. Don't touch this total that is here. Click these ones and then delete, so that the computation of the result will not affect the overall total and other things. Then whatever you have entered here, now let me show you. For these 3 students we have entered, let us see their report sheet. This is their report sheet, term 1. This is their report sheet. Can you see? Obey Prosper, number 2. The registration number was 12. Number 3, can you see? 12th place. The registration number was 8. And see the score. Because we didn't record anything for the first test and second test of this student, the score that we brought was what we had here. Okay, so that is how to use the broadsheet. This is term 1, the report sheet for term 1, broadsheet for term 2, the report sheet for term 2, broadsheet for term 3, the report sheet for term 3. Okay, and on this broadsheet, on this report sheet, you can enter. Let me show you the broadsheet again. On this broadsheet, let's go to that other end by the right. We have the principal's remark, the next term school begins, the teacher's remark, the time school open, time present, section, term, and everything. You can put it there. Under this class, actually, you can put, if the number of students you have in your school are not too much, you can actually put GS2. It's just that this position will be affected, and you might decide to just remove the position if we are combining different classes other than just GS1, just GS2. If you are using GS1, GS2 because the number of your students in your school is not plenty, then you will have to delete the score, the position here. You have to delete the details that are there. It means the report card of your children will not have position. But if not, just duplicate this automated broadsheet. I'm going to give you just this particular template. Duplicate it into the number of classes you have in your school, so you can have for each class separate. Now look at this class teacher's remark that we have here. You can actually pick it when you get to, before you print each student, you can automate it. I'm going to remove this my signature. The same way you insert, you go to picture, that's how you can put your signature if you are sending it to the parent of your students offline, and as PDF rather. Okay, what was I saying? So you just pick it here. Just click on this arrow here, and whatever resonates with that particular child, you put it. This is principal's remark or HM's remark. Whatever resonates with that child, you put it here. Now, how do you pick another student? I think I have done that, but you might not take notice of it. Look at this P1. Just click the drop down arrow and you will see the list. This number here is the number of students we have on the broadsheet, the total number of students we have on the broadsheet. So if you are buying our offline CBT software, I am going to give you this automated broadsheet for free.